Anders, opening statement.
Yeah, we're pretty far into the season now, and a couple things are becoming apparent, and that's that we don't play consistently enough throughout set to set, and then we don't play well in crunch time, and both of those things fall on the coaching staff. So we take responsibility for both losses this weekend, and we got to figure out a way to make our team more confident in those moments and more confident that they can sustain high-level play. And yeah, I'm at a loss a little bit. I don't know what the answer is, so we'll go back to the drawing board and try to figure that out as a staff. But yeah, I think the staff needs to take responsibility for just, like I said, not playing consistently enough and not playing well enough in pressure moments.
Open it up for questions.
Yeah, so 2 back-to-back 5-set losses is obviously very crushing both for the team around and whatnot. But are there any positives at all that you're taking out of this?
Not really. I feel like we were better than both these teams, and being at home, I think we should have won both these matches. So yeah, I'm struggling to find a lot of positives. I mean, our good is good, but I've been saying that for weeks. So like we have got to figure out a way to sustain better play. And even set 1 to set 2 is really frustrating today. We played one of our best offensive sets of the season in set 1, and then we come out just incredibly flat in set 2. And again, we got to figure that out as a coaching staff, and Issa's got to be more consistent in those moments. But yeah, and then the set 3 meltdown was tough to endure, and again, that's on us. Like, we got to figure out a way to get our team some confidence through those, and yeah, that's really what's on my mind right now.
Not a lot of Cameron Cheney today compared to last game. What kind of went into that decision? I saw a lot of Witherspoon today versus Cheney. Anything?
Yeah, Kimmy didn't have a great match on Friday night, as you can tell from looking at the stats, and we've been monitoring our practice stats for the last month pretty closely, and Maya's been playing really well in practice, so it made sense to make the switch based on just the performances in practice so far, and that's where those decisions are going to be made.
Gabby Plassick was kind of everywhere for Ole Miss, especially in that 5th set.
Yep.
Almost, I think, above 25 kills today, close to her career high. What are the challenges of dealing with a player like that that's obviously really on?
Yeah, I think what I was impressed with her is that she didn't start out well, and she ended up playing a really nice match as it went on, and that just shows a really competitive athlete and somebody who really wants it. And also, she's their best player, and she put the team on the back in the 5th set like you're supposed to. So she did her job as our team's best player, and yeah, she was tough to stop, and does a really nice job of hitting a lot of different parts of the court, and she swings deep a lot too, which gave our defenders some issues.
Yeah, like you said, deep into the season now, and remember when we talked in the preseason, you mentioned how high your expectations were, SEC tournament, NCAA tournament. When you kind of reflect on that, what do you think you would have done differently or evaluated differently?
Yeah, again, it just goes back to how I opened this of just if we figure out how to play more consistently, and we figured out how to have confidence in tight moments, and I know those are big things, but our record is completely different. I've sat here after matches and had this same message of should have won that one, over and over and over again. So I still feel like this team is capable of playing in the postseason, and thankfully everyone gets a chance to go to Savannah and play in the SEC tournament. So we'll see what we can do down there when we get there. But there's a lot of volleyball between now and then, and the beautiful part about playing the SEC is you get to play a lot of good teams too. So I think the goal now is to just build our confidence and build that consistent play. So when we head down to Savannah, we feel a little bit better about those parts of our games.
Do you think having these next games at home will kind of help build that confidence before bring back on the road again?
I mean, I'm really excited that we're home again next weekend, and that's one of the benefits, obviously, is you don't have the travel of it all. And it stings to lose at home, and it stings to lose in 5 at home. So I hope we can get the taste out of our mouth next weekend.
I mean, overall, there's still a great deal of excitement around the volleyball team. You're still pulling good crowds. What do you think the message would be to fans that are kind of maybe in a little bit out of the dumps with how it's going so far? Hang on.
I think they're seeing how exciting the product is, and that's why they're coming right now, is because the product is so exciting and the sport is so exciting. And when we start winning more matches, it's going to be even more exciting. So just hang on and just put it in perspective of what this program is. We've been playing matches for just a couple months, and all the other programs we're playing against have been playing for decades. So I just hope they hold on and understand that we built this program for success long term. So while we're not having as much success as we want right now, it'll build that way, and we have the resources to be a really successful program. So just hang on.
And finally, Isabella got through 4,000 career assists this year. Obviously, she's only going to have 1 year at Vanderbilt. I mean, what has she meant to this program this year, maybe to you as a coach?
I thought about it the other day, as we started to plan our senior banquet a little bit and started to think more about that. And it's going to be really hard to say goodbye to this group, and especially Issa. And she was one of the first transfers that I talked to that I just had such a high regard for Vanderbilt as a place and as a university, and it changed how I thought about how to recruit here, and it's just changed how I thought about building a roster and running an offense and all of these things. So I'm super grateful that our paths crossed, obviously, and 4,000 assists is a ton of assists, and yeah, she's a really, really high-level volleyball player. Like I said, I'm learning from her, just watching her, but also just a high-level human and really easy to be around, and someone I'm really proud that represents our program.